Hey everybody, this is Brian with the School District of Waukesha Instructional Technology Coordinator team, and I am going to demonstrate for you. I'm just pulling up the iPad now. I am going to demonstrate for you Skitch, which is an app that is part of the SDW core apps, and it is kind of a Photoshop Lite sort of application allowing you to take images and maps, screenshots from your iPad, and write right over the top of those and mock them up a little bit. So let's get into Skitch and you'll have a sense of how you can possibly use it. Here it is, Skitch, right there. And we'll go into it. Now, this is an app from Evernote, and for those of you familiar with Evernote, you can use your Evernote account and tie that into Skitch, and anything that you do in Skitch will appear in your Evernote account. If you don't know what Evernote is, that's just fine as well. So here you can see we're going to create a new Skitch, and the options are kind of multiple here. For instance, I could take a photo directly from my iPad and bring that in. Something that you might think about using as you're doing, for instance, a science experiment, or your kids are doing the process of something they're learning in class, or they're working on a math problem on paper, and they could take a photo of that. They could choose a photo, so if you've already taken the series of photos, maybe the science experiment was done yesterday, or the presentation was something they've been working on the last week. They've been taking photos all along, and now you're going to create the mock-up of those and the annotated version of those images. We can go and draw on a map, pulling up directly from a Google or probably an Apple map, I'm not sure which. Start with a blank, get something directly from the web, or if you are tied into Evernote, you can use that. I'm just going to choose a photo, something I've taken already, so you can see the key elements here. And I'm going to go into my camera roll. Lots of dark imagery here. And we will use this one of my personal favorites. Here you can see once we've brought the image in, what we're going to work on is now just basically writing over the top of that. So what I'm going to do here is use my application tools, and I'm going to draw to the key elements in this particular video image. Again, I can do some, textual editing. All right. Of course, you can draw shapes and that sort of thing here as well. So we can move that guy around, and you can just kind of get a sense for what it is that we're trying to achieve with this. Okay. Obviously, we can change colors and we can change pen size. I do like this little feature here, which is just a blur feature that exists. And we can blur out parts of the image, perhaps to protect the innocent. And we can also crop that image down. So pretty basic editing, but as you start to think about how you could put this into use, I think that's the key piece to this. What is it that you could have kids take a picture of and then edit simply without getting too caught up in all the details of photo editing and understanding the import and export process? So speaking of the export process, let's just talk about that quickly. Up here in the upper right, so I've been working through the different tools here. Up here in the upper right, we're going to click the export button. And there's a couple of things that we can do. We can send it to AirPlay, which is if you have a TV, Apple TV already set up, you could say, all right, group one, show us your work. And then you can have them send it to AirPlay. It appears on Apple TV and it projects for the whole screen from their iPad. No connections needed. If need be, they can email it out to you, so they could send that off to you. That would, of course, require that they have their email address plugged in, which can be done in the email settings. And even if you're in a cart-based model, kids could, go in and set up their email settings at the beginning of class and take them out at the end of class. And then the last one is the camera roll, which we'll do here. So that's going to save this version off to the camera roll. And I can get to that camera roll and do some other things with it, such as add it to other applications that might utilize the camera roll. Let's see if I can find that quick. So if we go to, let's see, is it in Photos? And you can see now it's just a part of my images. And if I have another application that uses those images, they're there. And again, I've got some of my same abilities here, where I can send it off to other applications or do other unique, interesting things with it. Maybe drop it into a keynote. So lots of options once you get that far. So again, the app is called Skitch, and it gives you some basic video image editing properties to be able to annotate over the top of an image you've taken, a map you found, or it just gives you a blank slate to start working on. Cool little app with lots of different applications, and really only limited by your creativity and what you're asking your students to do with that. Thank you for watching.